Charlie Nant says, any chance of doing a collaboration with Ronnie Radke? Man, Ronnie's the homie. Like, that's the thing is, like, I don't go out of my way searching around to do collabs. I'm just, like, not one of those guys that does, like, a lot of collabs with other artists. I like things like that to happen naturally. I've only really collabed with people that are legitimate friends of mine that, like, I'm actually have a personal relationship with. I like making music with people like that. So, Ronnie's the homie, and we've talked about it many times. It's just about, like, letting that happen naturally, and timing is everything in life. Timing is everything in music. I'm sure one of these days that song is gonna roll around where it's like, oh, swipe left to right. That song's gonna roll around where it's like, this is the one for Ronnie to get on, or this is the one for Tom to get on. And when that happens, you know, I'm sure we'll get on a song together. So Clay Eason says, why don't you start a record label? When you sign artists, you give them full control of their music and basically just use your popularity to get those other artists out there. Quite simply, I don't have time to be starting my own record label right now. I'm already working 20 hours a day on my stuff. Like, did you see how many times I posted about Eminem on the fucking internet this week? That doesn't just magically happen. That takes a lot of man hours to post that many times about another rapper, okay? So I'm just so busy that, like, this is the thing. This one of the major problems with big record labels is they sign all these artists and then they don't have the time to give anybody enough attention or care or love to make their shit blow up. And that's the same position I'm in right now. I'm working 20-hour days on my own stuff. If I signed up a bunch of artists and I'm already working 20-hour days on my career, I don't have a bunch of hours to invest in somebody else's career, nor do I want to be completely honest. I'm still in this shit. I'm in the prime of my career, and I'm going to be for a while. So I want to make the most of it right now and do my thing. And one day when I'm done with this shit, or I'm bored of this shit, or I can't do it anymore for whatever reason, that is the moment in which I start a record label, sign other people, and help them do their thing. But selfishly speaking, right now, I worked for fucking 10 years of my life. I've been broke most of my fucking life. I've been homeless. I've been a fucking alcoholic. I've been a loser. I've had nothing. I've lived with cockroaches and rats and leaky ceilings and bullshit. At this point in my life, this is the first time where I'm being able to see some of the fruits of my labor, and I'm not about to go spend what should be the happiest time of my life trying to build somebody else up right now. I just can't do it. That's the honest facts of it. Dan Strouser says, would you ever do something with Corey Taylor? Dude, of course I would do something with Corey Taylor. Slipknot's one of my favorite bands of all time. Fucking, I was the kid sitting outside. You guys remember, if you're a Slipknot fan, then you'll remember the album Iowa. When the album Iowa came out, like, I had the album before that. I don't know if the album was called Wait and Bleed or if that was just the single. It might have been a self-titled album just called Slipknot. But shit, man, when Iowa, the follow-up to that record, when that dropped, I was the kid literally sitting outside the CD store at 8:30 a.m. to, like, rush in and get my hands on the CD and take that thing home. Like I love Slipknot, bro. And I've been listening to Slipknot a lot lately. Like, did you guys see the teaser video that I released with the chainsaw and the ski mask and the fucking coveralls and stuff the other day? I was listening to Slipknot when we were shooting that. I think I was listening to Duality. I push my fingers into my eyes. I'm pretty sure I was listening to Duality. I was definitely listening to Slipknot, though. So, yeah, of course I would do a song with Corey Taylor. Slipknot's the fucking legendary, man. Brock Green says, any chance of saying much love Bentley? Much love Bentley. I'm assuming that's your son or something like that, and I hope it is, so shout out Bentley. Damn, there's a lot of metal and rock questions today. Ryan Mahaffey says, would you ever do something with Five Finger Death Punch? Yeah, Five Finger Death Punch is dope. I'm not gonna lie. I would take Slipknot over Five Finger Death Punch, but Five Finger Death Punch is dope. I would never turn that down. Let me grab my other comment machine here. D. Littlefield says, will you be touring anytime soon? Man, we are doing our best to get back on the road. Like, I'm in a little bit of a dicey situation because, first of all, let me just say that, like, we miss touring so much, so badly. I feel like the best part of my job has been taken away. Without being on tour and seeing you guys in person and shaking your hands and raging every night and going up and down those roads. I mean, being a musician pretty much boils down to fucking writing rhyming words in your phone and sitting in the studio all day without tour. And that's, you know, I just feel like I've been robbed of my favorite part of my job. So I cannot wait until we get back on the road. I have never wanted to tour this badly in my life. When we do hit the road, we're gonna fucking rage. And I think we're pretty much just waiting on, like, I know there's a few places that are opening up right now, but here's the thing, man, is like, you guys know my girlfriend Nova is also an artist. She opens for me on every single show. And Nova has really acute respiratory problems with asthma and shit like that. So I'm not going to get into the whole, like, wear a mask, don't wear a mask, hand sanitizer, it's a pandemic, it's a real pandemic, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into all that shit. I don't give a fuck. The fact of the matter is I need to protect my girlfriend and keep my girlfriend safe. And she was in the hospital. She got a regular cold 2 years ago. She was in the hospital for 4 days. They almost had to do surgery on her to leak air that was trapped in her chest cavity from having a normal cold because of her respiratory problems. She almost had to have surgery. She was in the hospital for 3 days, and it cost $50,000 fucking dollars. So, you know what? I don't really give a shit about spending $50,000 on somebody that I loved. I don't really care about all that. But the fact of the matter is, we were talking about a regular cold when that happened. If she gets this new shit that they've dropped, like, I'm not even going to say what could potentially happen, but you guys know what I mean. So, you know what I'm alluding to. So it's just really important for me to keep her safe and protect her. So when it's safe for Nova to get out on the road and it's the country's in a better place and, you know, not just a couple venues and some states are open. When this whole motherfucker's open back up again, we're going to hit on the road and we're going to come see every single one of you guys. And that's the best answer I can give you right now. We're playing it by ear. That might be 2 weeks from now. It might be 6 months from now. I don't know. Nobody knows. So we're playing it by ear and we'll see how it goes. What other questions we have here? Chris Rush says, can you give us any hints about the video on Friday? I'm way excited for it. Dude, haven't you been watching the internet for the last week? You want clues about the new video? That's all I've been doing all week is dropping clues about the video. I feel like you guys have almost overdosed on clues at this point. I can't give you any more clues unless I just fucking start singing the song for you right now. So unfortunately, no, I can't give you any more clues. I apologize. Tune in Friday at 9 a.m. though. What else we got going on here? Krista Moore says, what helps you relax and wind down after making your music videos? What is your favorite TV show? I know you don't have much time, but I figured I'd ask. What helps me wind down after shooting videos and shit like that? Nothing. I just lose sleep or I just don't sleep. And I just continue existing and motoring forward until I totally fucking burn out and I don't have the energy to be wound up anymore. Either that or honestly, in my shower, it's kind of like a skinny hallway, and there's like a shower head at one end and a shower head at the other end. So sometimes I turn both showers on, and I just sit on the shower floor with my eyes closed, and I meditate and just breathe and just let the water pour on me and the steam fill up the room and just try to fucking relax. Because I'm so hardwired to just go, work, grind, hustle, blah, blah, blah. Like, I have a really, really, really difficult time turning that off. I literally have to force myself to turn it off. And that's like one of the only things that works. I also exercise in the mornings and swim in the pool and shit like that, and that helps too. But I guess water is kind of the common denominator. And I've drank already a full bottle since I've signed on today. So what helps me relax? Mostly water-related shit. My favorite TV show... Hold on, let me crack this water real quick. My favorite TV show, I've had a few over the years. There used to be these cartoons that were on really late on the Teletoon channel. It was called Teletoon After Dark. They were like cartoons for adults. I really liked Clone High, The Oblongs, Undergrads, and my favorite one was this cartoon called Mission Hill. It was so fire. I haven't watched those in a few years though. I really fuck with That 70s Show. That 70s Show's like the shit for me. I love That 70s Show. There's a couple like good wrestling programs that I watch still. I watched this show lately called Ted Lasso. It's about a football coach, an American football coach, sort of assimilating into culture in the United Kingdom and trying to coach a soccer team. Ted Lasso, That 70s Show, the cartoons I mentioned. I guess that's really it. I don't really have time to like watch TV or play video games lately. Like Nova's more of the TV person, and then I just end up watching whatever she watches. So I've seen a lot of episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians and 30 Day Fiance and fucking Love Island or Temptation Island or whatever the fuck all those weirdo shows are. I tend to see a lot of those because Nova has them on pretty constantly. It's weird. Like Nova's either watching fucking trash reality TV or like the most overly complicated science fiction space series ever. Like, yo, okay. I like to watch shit that I don't have to think about. Because I spend so much time all fucking day long thinking about stuff and strategizing about stuff and blah, 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 blah. That like when I watch something, I don't want to have to think about it. And there's this space show that Nova watches with Halle Berry. I swear to fucking God, the intro to this show is Halle Berry speaking and sort of narrating what the show is about. And she's like, "Hi, my name's so-and-so. My husband is the owner and creator of the largest artificial intelligence agency in the world. My son is an artificial intelligence unit that was built by my husband. I took a 13-month mission to space 6 months ago and came back pregnant and nobody knows why. Here's the TV show." And I'm just like watching this shit like, what the fuck? This woman has a fucking robot baby and an alien baby and her fucking husband runs Google. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, I can't do that. I can follow it. I just don't fucking want to. I spend so much energy and time thinking and shit all day. I don't want to sit around at nighttime fucking trying to follow Halle Berry's fucking robot baby and her fucking unborn alien child and her fucking husband trying to take over the world with artificial intelligence. That shit ain't cool to me. Put on That 70s Show and let me chill the fuck out for 5 seconds. So maybe that answers the first half of your question. Is I can't ever fucking unwind or relax after shooting a music video because the second I'm done shooting a music video, I'm sitting in front of the fucking TV trying to decipher whatever the fucking is the space shows that Nova's watching. I don't have a chance to chill out. It's either shooting a music video or fucking alien orphans and robot babies from fucking space. Like, that's all I got over here. I'm gonna need some more fucking waters. I'm telling you that right now. I'm gonna need some more water. Okay, what else we got going on here? Dun, dun, dun. Courtney Lay says, Tom, do you like WandaVision or any of the Avengers stuff or Marvel movies? Everybody said that WandaVision was so dope. I tuned in for like a full episode and it was so slow and black and white. I couldn't do WandaVision. So I didn't watch it. But visually, like, I saw some stuff that looked really amazing. I didn't like the black and white. I didn't like how slow it was going, so I couldn't get into WandaVision. As far as, like, the Avengers movies and the Marvels movies and shit like that goes, I'm torn about that shit. Because it's like, I'm a huge superhero nerd. Like, I fucks with Batman and Superman and Spider-Man and all that shit. Since I was a kid, like, I love superheroes. I love Marvel. I love DC. Avengers is cool. Justice League is dope. All that. I fuck with it. But here's, like, the problem I have. When I was growing up as a kid, there was like one superhero movie a year, like 1 or 2 superhero movies a year. It was like when Spider-Man came out, it was a big fucking deal. Like when Batman came out, it was a big fucking deal. Like it was huge, like Star Wars level shit. And now it's just like Marvel and Disney and fucking DC. They're pumping out so many superhero movies all the time. It's just like, to me, it's like lost a little bit of the specialness about those types of movies. Like, now it's like there's 17 fucking superheroes in one movie. It's like, oh, they're like, you go to watch fucking Iron Man and like the Hulk's in it and fucking Batman's in it and Superman's jerking off in the corner and fucking Wonder Woman's there and fucking Silver Surfer's flying around, and it's just like, what the fuck is this like massive orgy of fucking superheroes? Like, I don't need all this shit. Like, so it's just like the oversaturation of the characters in multiple movies, plus like releasing so many Avengers and spin-offs and Hulk and Spider-Man and Iron Man and Batman and like all this shit. It's constant. It's like there's always a new superhero movie. I don't have time to get excited about anything because it's so constant. And like, I think it's just an oversaturated genre of movies. So I'm torn because I really do love all those characters and I love superhero shit, but there's so much of it now that I feel like it's robbed the nostalgia from the genre, if that makes sense. Clinton Williamson says, did you get to watch the new Mortal Kombat movie? If so, what did you think of it? I didn't get to see the new Mortal Kombat yet, but it looks fucking rad. Like, I'm also a big gamer. I just don't have time to do it anymore, but I love video games, and Mortal Kombat looks fucking sick. I was like a kid when the original Mortal Kombat movie came out, which was a disaster of a film, but it's a classic. It's so bad, it's a classic, and I loved it because I was a kid, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching the new Mortal Kombat. I don't know when I'm gonna have time to, but it's on my list. Sean Balance says, what is your favorite music video ever, not including yours? Favorite music video ever, not including mine? I don't know. I don't really sit around and watch that many music videos, so I guess put all Nova's music videos into a hat, shake it up, reach in and pick one out. That's my fucking favorite. Anything by Nova. If it's not by me, then it's anything by Nova. Tristan says, how do you work out them pipes? Hashtag thick shady. You know, just whatever, lifting weights and shit. But I haven't worked out in like a week because I've been busting my ass getting what's happening Friday ready for you guys. I've literally been on the clock 20 hours a day for the last fucking 5 days. So I haven't got to work out. I'm feeling super fucking skinny and self-conscious right now. Shout out to you for pointing that out. Tomorrow is actually going to be my first day back working out in like 6 days. I can't fucking wait for it. I feel like skipping this live stream, going straight to bed so I can wake up and lift some weights because I feel like a little bitch because I haven't lifted any heavy shit up in a week. And I need to do that for my mental health. Curtis Evans says, can you please give me a shout out? Absolutely buzzing for the video on Friday. Shout out Curtis Evans. I appreciate that. Dude, I am buzzing about the new music video on Friday too. It's crazy. Like, I don't think you guys realize, like, it's doing everything ourselves, from making the beats to writing the songs, producing the shit, fucking shooting the videos, editing the videos, blah, 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 blah. Like, we don't ever really get to enjoy the process thereof because we're working so fast to get this shit done that it's like the first opportunity we have to really enjoy all the hard work we put in is the same day that you guys get to enjoy it. And when you get to watch the video, that's the first time that we get to chill out and take a breath and watch how the video does and read what you guys have to say about it and watch the reaction videos and blah, 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 blah. Like, so when you guys say, yo, I'm so excited for Friday, I'm so excited for Friday, I'm like, yo, me too. Like, you really don't even realize how excited I am for Friday. That's the first opportunity I will have had in a couple weeks to take a break. The most satisfying part of making music and shooting videos is putting it out into the world and seeing what people think about it and hearing your reactions and reading your comments and getting your messages and stuff like that. So as much as you guys are looking forward to this Friday at 9 a.m., I am looking forward to this Friday at 9 a.m., and this guy is probably looking forward to Friday at 9 a.m. as well. We're all looking forward to Friday at 9 a.m. Cindy Johnson says, what are your thoughts on your older fans? And what do you think of the old show, Trailer Park Boys? Trailer Park Boys was cool. I haven't watched it in fucking years. I was never really one of those people that got really into Trailer Park Boys. I know like a lot of people got super into Trailer Park Boys and they'd walk around telling the Trailer Park Boys jokes and doing the Trailer Park Boys accents and wearing the t-shirts and all that shit. I never really got into it like that, but it was cool. I saw episodes. I thought it was funny, but I wasn't like setting my DVR or like watching that shit on TV when it was on. But it was cool. What do I think of my older fans? I don't really think about it like that. The only time I really think about like the age of my fans is, I guess, when somebody brings it up like that. But I got fans that are, you know, fucking 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. And I got fans that are 60, 70 years old. And I got fans that are all in between. And to me, like, I don't look at any age group specifically. I look at all of it. And I'm like, wow, like, I'm really proud to be able to make music that an entire family can listen to together, or that generations of people can all enjoy and experience that music. I'm really, really proud of that. That a lot of parents hit me up and say, oh man, my kid's a big fan of you and he showed me your stuff and now I'm a fan of you, and like, and I'm just so proud that I can make music that an entire family deems appropriate and they can all listen to together and shit. I remember at this one show I did in Florida, I'll never forget it, man. It brought tears to my eyes. I get off the bus and I walk out into the parking lot, and there's this man standing there with his 2 kids, and the kids come over and I sign autographs and take pictures with them and all that. And then the dad walks over and shakes my hand and he's like, I just want to say thank you, man. because my kids are growing up to the age now where it's not cool to hang out with your parents anymore. It's not cool to spend time with dad. And I really felt like there was distance growing between me and my sons, and we didn't have a lot in common, and there's not a lot that we can do together. But I'm a fan of your music, and they're fans of your music, and we got to come here to watch you perform at your show tonight together. And this is the first time I've spent with my kids in a year, and I'm just so happy that we can do that. And I'm so thankful that you've given us something that we can bond over. And it's just like so amazing. I never had any intention of doing that. So the fact that things like that are happening is really, really important to me, and I'm really, really proud of that. So, you know, if you ask, what do I think of my older fans? I don't think of anybody specifically like that. I look at the whole thing, and I see that there's young kids, and I see that there's older folks, and I see that there's lots of people in between, and I'm just glad that everybody has some common ground, and generations of people can enjoy the same music. I think there's something really special about that. Somebody asked what my top 5 was. As far as rappers go, I guess. And like, look, I never do the top 5 thing because like I'm not like a fucking hip hop historian, you know what I mean? Like there's so many fucking incredible artists out there and shit, and iconic rappers and artists that have had such a massive impact on the genre and on fans of the genre, that like I don't ever want to give my top 5 and then people be like, oh, I can't believe he left this guy off the list, or he left that guy off the list, or I can't believe he picked those shitty artists. Like, you know, like so I never give my top 5s. But ugh, man. All I can really do is say like who's impacted me the most. And that would make up what my top 5 is. And that's even a thing that I'd have to sit down and really think about, like which ones of these guys impacted me the most, because there's been more than a handful. I don't even know if I could break it down to 5 guys. And that would have to be my top 5. It's like not who I think is the top 5 best rappers ever, but the top 5 rappers that impacted me and my career and my art the most. But I'm not about to freestyle that off the cuff on this live stream right now. I'm going to have to cop out of your question hard because I've never given one. And when I do give a top 5, I want it to be perfect and well thought out. I don't want to have to like come back and be like, oh shit, let me switch number 3. Let me swap number 4 and number 5, delete number 3 and replace it. Like when I give my top 5, I want it to be my top 5 and that's it. June Rupert says, which social media platforms give you the most shit on the regular? I've been on Twitter for 10 years, so I know it's a dumpster fire. Fuck, honestly, all social media, they're equal opportunity haters. I get a pretty fair amount of shit from all platforms. I think Instagram is probably the most positive platform. But I get a pretty fair amount of shit on YouTube, a pretty fair amount of shit on Twitter, a pretty fair amount of shit on fucking Facebook. Instagram is pretty positive, but I get some shit on there too. But I just block those motherfuckers. But I get a pretty fair amount of shit everywhere. You'd think that TikTok could be pretty chill, but even lately on TikTok, I've been getting fucking roasted. I can't escape this shit. It doesn't matter what social media platform it is, man. If I have an account, I'm getting fucking roasted. So I'm just flipping through questions. Give me 2 seconds. There's a lot of people that are just like commenting, and I appreciate it, and I see your guys' comments, but I just like flip through and take the comments that have question marks. But everybody else that's commenting and saying nice shit, I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you so much. And I'm seeing what you're saying. I just can't reply to everything, so I just got to do the question mark comments right now. Hold up, this is gonna be sick. Wait. Oh, the comment section's moving too fast. Okay, what do we got here? Mary Nadon says, do you think Tom MacDonald improved the music industry? That's a really weird question to ask. And you'd think you'd phrase it, do you think you have improved the music industry? Not, you wouldn't ask Tom MacDonald, do you think Tom MacDonald has improved the music industry? But anyways, regardless of the weird wording, do I think that I've improved the music industry? Probably not, because I'm not actively a part of the music industry. I'm independent. I don't use any music industry resources. I don't have a manager or an agent or PR or marketing or publicist or a label or anything. Fully independent. So I would say if I was using industry resources and paying for those resources and therefore like financially supporting the music industry, I guess I could make an argument in that sense saying that, yeah, I think I've made the music industry better. But I think if anything, we've probably put a dent in the music industry because we've done it independently and grown our own movement totally separate from the music industry. And we've taken a lot of shots and taken aim at and tried to expose and get people to think about the music industry in a new way. Like, we've done all that stuff. So I don't think I'm really part of the music industry. So it's pretty hard for me to say, yeah, I've improved the music industry when I'm not part of it. We built our own thing up, and if anything, we've been throwing rocks through the music industry's fucking window for the last 3 years. So I think we've probably done more damage to them than we have good. That's the way I'd look at it anyways. Okay. Ariel Johnson says, how did you come up with the name Hangover Gang? I think I've told that story like a few times, man. It's like not a big, crazy, amazing story. Just like, you guys all know that I had an alcohol problem for like a long time. I was drinking a lot. And because I was drinking and partying a lot, I was hungover a lot. So it was me and a couple homies of mine that were always drinking and partying and always hungover. And that was my gang. And we were hungover all the time, so we were the Hangover Gang. We were just, kids, young, skateboarding, drinking beers, causing trouble, doing that whole shit. We're Hangover Gang. It is what it was what it was. And then, we grew out of that phase. I had a mental breakdown, cleaned my shit up, got sober. Homies stopped drinking, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, like, we weren't drinking because we wanted to get drunk. We were drinking because every time we were drinking, we were having the best time of our lives. And I think if you remove alcohol from that equation, you still want to have the best time of your life as often as possible for as long as you can. And to me, that still rang true to the Hangover Gang name. So I was like, fuck it. Even though I don't drink anymore and I don't party like that, Hangover Gang's still relevant to me. I'm still the same fucking snot-nosed skateboarder, you know, trouble causer kid that I was. And I still want to have the best time of my life as often as possible. The only thing that's different is I'm not getting drunk to do it. So that's how we came up with Hangover Gang, and that's the reason why it still sticks to this day. Christopher Petit says, what are your plans after Friday? What's next? Dog, just let me get to Friday first. I just released 3 music videos and an album like 30 days ago. Friday's going to be crazy, probably the biggest thing I've ever done. Let me just get past Friday, and then we'll move into what's next. I can't look that far into the future. I'm like a ride by the seat of my pants, live in the moment, make important decisions when it's crucial to make them type of guy. I don't have a 2-week plan. I don't have a 5-year plan. I don't do that shit. I live right now, and I do what needs to be done right now to the best of my ability, and that's it. And right now, we're coming in hot to Friday. And that's all I got for you. I can't tell you about anything beyond that. Tim Barg says, do you ever regret going down the road that you have as in your direction in music? No, absolutely not, man. I don't regret shit. I don't regret tattoos. I don't regret things I've said in songs. I don't regret songs I've made. I don't regret interviews I've given. I just don't. Those are all learning experiences. All of those things, good, bad, or otherwise, helped make me who I am today. If I wasn't an alcoholic, if I didn't have a mental breakdown, if I didn't go through that 9 months of suicidal thoughts and therapy and medication and blah, 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 if I didn't rebuild, if I didn't have the opportunity to do those things, I wouldn't be the person I am today. And I'm fully content with the person that I've grown into today. And I wouldn't give none of it back for the world. No matter how bad it was, how painful it was, how stupid it was, how big the mistake was, how bad the repercussions were, all of those things, all my mistakes, all of your mistakes, everybody's mistakes help make them who they are today. And I think that shit's super important. So do I regret going down the road that I'm going with my music right now? Absolutely not. Kanan Morgan says, do you have any advice to stop drinking? Man, people ask me that all the time because I managed to get myself sober from a pretty lengthy stint drinking alcohol and stuff like that. I don't really have the answer for you guys because I think it's different for everyone. I went about it the hard way. I didn't need to go to AA. I didn't need to go to counseling. I didn't need to go to rehab. I didn't need to do any of that. I literally drank my face off until I lost my mind. I had a mental breakdown, and I spent 9 months contemplating if I was going to kill myself or not. And when you go through that type of mental unraveling and that type of psychological anguish for 9 months, there's not a bone in your body coming out of that place. There's not a bone in your body that wants to keep drinking. So when people say, oh, how did you stop drinking? The only answer I can really give them is, well, I almost fucking died. I lost my mind and I almost fucking died. And that's how I quit. And I can't recommend you doing that. The only recommendation I can give you is find a way to quit drinking before you end up where I was, because it's really rare for people to make it out of the spot I was in. Most people at that point end up on the street, homeless, suicidal, overdose, drink themselves to death, blah, 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 blah. So you got to find a way to kick that shit before you get to the position I was in. And if AA or rehab or detox or something like that, if that's the answer for you, then fucking go do it. There's no shame in asking people for help. If you got addiction problems, mental health problems, blah, blah, blah. It's like this weird stigma where people don't want to reach out and be like, yo, I need help. I can't deal with this myself. Dude, if you need help, ask somebody for help. Reach out to your folks. Reach out to your friends. Google it on the internet. Find the number of a therapist. Go to a doctor. Meditate. Read. Research. There's all these different things that you can do to help yourself. And it's really important that you do that and not be ashamed of it. Ethan Latta says, when you get the chance to play video games, what do you play? Oh, what have I been playing lately? Nova and I were just playing this 2-player game called It Takes Two, which was super fire. It's like a 2-player game, puzzle solving shit. Super sick. I loved it. But I've been playing Walking Dead on PSVR, the little virtual reality PlayStation shit. I've been playing Walking Dead on there. I heard that the new Resident Evil is out, and it's crazy, so I'm probably going to jump into the new Resident Evil. And low-key, as embarrassing as it might be, I just got the new Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo Switch, and it's fucking fire. I love it. Like, I was a kid when the original Pokemon Snap came out for Nintendo 64, and I loved that shit then. So for it to get like a rebirth on the Nintendo Switch, I'm all about it. Like, I love all the throwback games, the Pokemon shit, the Zelda shit. Like, I love all the throwback stuff. Anything that reminds me of childhood, I'm with it. So yeah, lately I've been playing Pokemon Snap and Walking Dead on PSVR. And I'm going to jump into Resident Evil, and I'll let you guys know what I think about the new Resident Evil soon. Daniela DZ says, are you a night or a day person? You know what? It's so weird, man. When a couple years ago, when I was drinking and partying and shit like that, I was a nighttime person. 100% a nighttime person. Come alive in the nighttime, sleep all day, do my thing all night, record music all night, blah, 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 till 5, 6 in the morning, sleep all day and do it again. But for the last few years, like, since I've been sober and my music and my career's taken off and stuff, I'm like daytime as fuck. Like, the second my alarm goes off in the morning at 8:30, boom, like, I'm awake. Like, I can't go back to sleep if I tried. Like, I'm awake. I get up, make coffee for Nova and I, crush a coffee, do my little social media shit, go smash out a workout. Like, I'm daytime as now. Like, no pun intended, but it's like night and day. Justin Crawford says, what's your greatest achievement? I answered this question in the last live stream. And it's weird because I think we've done a lot of really cool stuff, historic stuff. What I'm about to do Friday at 9 a.m. is historic. That's a major, massive, crazy achievement for me. But I think if you, all the views and the likes and the follows and the streams and blah, 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 like, no matter how high those numbers get and how impressive those numbers get, at the end of the day, those are just fucking numbers. They don't really mean shit. It's just some numbers on a screen that exist on the internet. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. So, you know, I wouldn't necessarily say any of that stuff or any awards or anything like that. I think my biggest achievement was I helped retire my mom this year or last year. I helped retire my mom. That's probably my greatest achievement ever, period, in life, music or otherwise. I helped retire my mom. I bought my sister her wedding dress. I helped my dad travel around the world and go see Mount Everest. That's something that he's always wanted to do. Just like a couple weeks back, I got to present my girlfriend and my best friend Brandon with their first ever #1 Billboard plaques for No Good Bastards. That's really, really high up there. So yeah, so maybe not like the biggest crazy accomplishments in terms of how much press they got or how big of a deal it was publicly on the internet. But I think those are probably my biggest achievements. And yeah, they're just small personal things. So there you go. I'm going to switch devices for the next question. Warren Adams says, are you and Nova going to get married? I'm sure one day Nova and I will get married. Yes. Man, you guys will not leave me alone about that shit. Terencio Chapman says, would you do a song with DaBaby? Yo, you know what, man? Like, I think that, like, a lot of these new rappers get sort of shit on and lumped into like the mumble rap category just because they're new rappers. And like people have started using the word mumble rap as just like a slang term for like all rap that they don't like, which is fucking stupid because mumble rap is a very specific thing. And I'm sure a lot of people, when they hear DaBaby, they're like, oh, he's a mumble rapper. Tom would never do a song with him. DaBaby is not a mumble rapper. And honestly, out of all the new guys, DaBaby's like one of my fucking absolute favorites. Like, I think he's dope. Like, that Rockstar joint is crazy. Suge is crazy. What's that other one? Baby on Baby is crazy. Yeah, DaBaby's dope. You'd be stupid not to do a song with DaBaby. He's fire. Ruby K. Delgado says, what's one song that you made that means the absolute most to you? You know, that's like such a tough question to answer because to me, like, I don't make music just to fucking hear my voice. I feel like a lot of these rappers just like make music, they use the same flows, rap about the same thing in every single song, and it's just super like they're making songs that don't need to exist. To me, I don't make music that doesn't need to exist. If I make a song and I sit here and listen to it, you know how many times I've sat here and listened to a song and I'm like, this song don't need to fucking exist. This song already exists. It's existed 1,000 times before, and I just delete that shit. So I only release, keep, and make music that I think needs to exist. So every song that I make means something to me in a different way. Whether it's some stuff like I Wish, where I'm like retrospectively looking back at my life and talking about my childhood, and obviously that's special to me. Or it's a song like Castles, where I'm talking about my neighbors and the people I see around my city and the struggle of our generation. That's special to me. Even shit like Fake Woke and People So Stupid. Those records are special to me. They mean something to me. So every song means something to me for a different reason, and I only allowed it to exist because I feel like that song needs to exist. So when you're making music like that and you're not doing things that are expendable, you're doing shit purposefully for a reason, everything ends up being special to you and everything ends up meaning something to you. And the new video this Friday, 9 a.m. is no different. When you hear it, you will know exactly what I mean. Insanely special song to me. They've all been special to me, so it's almost impossible for me to choose one. I apologize. I can't answer that question. What else we got here? Alice Kano said, would you put a track down with Ozzy Osbourne? Man, of course. Ozzy Osbourne's one of the greatest of all time. Black Sabbath's one of the greatest bands of all time. Anybody who says they wouldn't do a song with Black Sabbath or Ozzy Osbourne, beat that guy up. They're one of the greatest ever. Ooh, shit. Where was that? Hold on, there was a good question. Chrissy Perry says, do you ever feel like the thing that you saw in the haunted town is somehow still with you? Yo. And you're talking about, Chrissy's referencing the story I told on camera a few months ago about this haunted, abandoned town called Tranquille and this thing that we experienced when we were there. Man, something been following me around long before Tranquille. And it seemed like it fucked off for like quite a while. And then every once in a while, some weird shit happens and it makes the hair on my neck stand up when I think about it. And I'm like, oh, fuck, maybe it's back. But man, Nova and I had some weird shit happen this week, actually. We're laying in bed and I hear like this sound of like, it sounded like a sheet of metal being like dragged across the floor in the living room. It was like, and I was like in bed and I was like, fuck, did you hear that? And Nova was like, no, I didn't hear it. And I can hear the dogs out in the living room losing their fucking minds. So I'm like, yo, I gotta go check on this. Like, it was so loud that like, I thought somebody might have been breaking in the house. Whatever, grabbed the fucking baseball bat, machete, whatever it was. Run out of the bedroom to cruise down the hall, and all the dogs are huddling in the hallway, looking out into the living room. Like my big ass, like 90-pound German Shepherd is like in the hallway, and he's like moving his head around like all weird. Like he's like trying to see something, but he like can't quite see it. And he's making these noises like he sounds really fucking bothered. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? So I walk into the living room. I'm looking around, and I don't find shit. And I start calling my dogs, yo, come over here. Show me what it was. Show me what you heard, blah, blah, blah. And none of the dogs will come into the living room. They're all just sitting in the hallway like, nah, fuck that. And I was like, oh, man. Fuck. This is not good. And then I went into the bedroom, and I just played it off. Nova's like, you see anything? I was like, nah. It's cool. And I laid in bed and I had like my drink. And you guys know I fuck with, yo, honestly, this isn't even on some M&M shit, but for real, like, you guys know I fuck with M&Ms, like the candies, right? So I got like the candies next to my bed with my drink and shit. And I like reach out to grab my candies. And it was like, there was this really specific place right next to the bed. It was like I reached my arm through like freezing cold water. It was like fucking ice. I was like, oh shit, like there's something literally standing like right here, my guy. Like, So then like, I don't know, funny shit happened for like 2 or 3 days and then it just stopped. Like, and I don't know, I didn't get like a nefarious feeling from it. It didn't feel like it was evil or some shit. It just felt like there was something there and maybe it was just passing through and it was here for like a day or two and then it was fucking gone because everything's been cool since then. So I feel like I'm really susceptible to that ghost shit. Like my whole life I've been like sensing ghosts and hearing ghosts and having weird shit happen. Like that one story from that haunted town, that's just the beginning. I got crazy ghost stories, man. And everybody's been asking me, do more ghost stories. And I haven't done one yet, but I will do more because I have more ghost stories. Shit that I don't even really want to repeat. I can't even believe I just told you guys about that weird shit that happened a few days ago. But I will do more ghost stories and I'll tell you guys more about that shit. So just stay tuned on that. I just saw somebody say, I just got your new album as far as the stars, and I was bummed it wasn't signed. Here's the thing. All of my albums, all my solo albums, Death Threats, Ghost Stories, Gravestones, Flowers for the Dead, they're all autographed. I was actually autographing them today. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going back to autograph more. So I autograph all of my solo albums. But here's the thing. It's like, I wanted to get the new album to you guys as fast as possible. And it's a collab album. It's myself, my girlfriend, and my ace homie, Brandon Hart. It takes so long for me to autograph my solo albums already that if I had to autograph it, Nova had to autograph it, and Brandon had to autograph it because it's a collab album. First of all, if we were all in the same place at the same time, that would take fucking forever. It just would. You guys would never get your shit. It would take forever. Secondly, Brandon's in Canada and we're in the States. So if we wanted the album to be autographed, I'd have to sign it. Nova would have to sign it. We'd have to ship them to Canada to get Brandon to sign them. Then he'd have to ship them back here. And then I'd have to send them out to you guys. So like everybody's already complaining about how long it takes to get shit right now because I'm overwhelmed and I'm doing the best I can. That like if I added that whole process into signing the collaboration album, I mean, fuck. By the time you got your album, I'm going to have 6 more albums out. Like, it would take forever. So I understand that you're bummed about it. But here's the thing, though. Is like, as far as the stars, it's the only album that I didn't autograph. Nova and Brandon open up for me on every show on tour. So just bring the album to a show, and all 3 of us will sign it at the show. And that'll be a much cooler memory than getting an autographed album in the mail. You can come to the show and we'll sign it personally with you right there. And that'll be really cool. So there you go. Okay, guys, so, we've been here for a while, an hour and a half. That's usually my limit. I can't believe there's still 2,400 people here. That's fucking crazy. This was a good one. I did my little rant at the beginning. I answered a bunch of questions. Brand new video drops this Friday at 9 a.m. Please be ready to share this thing like crazy. I already talked about it. These motherfuckers are going to boycott us, and we are going to prove them wrong. We just are. I just know we are. And the only way we're going to do that is if we share it like crazy and post it everywhere we possibly can. So please be ready on Friday morning to share it and post it and do your thing. I appreciate the hell out of it. Let's not only do it to blow up the video, but let's do it to spite these motherfuckers who are trying to tear our shit down right now. So new video Friday morning at 9 a.m. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. The artwork for the new video is dropping. If you want to know what it's about, you want to know what the song's called, you want to get a little taste of what the video looks like, meet me here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the artwork drop. If you want to see the video before anybody else, do one of those 2 things I told you to do. Join the Hangover Gang newsletter or subscribe to my YouTube channel. The links are in the comments, pinned to the top. Give it a like, make it easier for other people to find it. All you got to do is click a link, enter your email. You've joined the Hangover Gang newsletter, or you just click the link and hit OK, and you've subscribed to my YouTube channel. So you want to get the jump on everybody else and see the video early, those are your 2 ways to do it. Links are pinned in the comments. New video Friday, check. Artwork drops tomorrow, check. Tell everybody to join the newsletter or subscribe to YouTube, check. Tell everybody that's boycotting and hating to go fuck themselves, check. Tell fans that you love them and appreciate them. That's the last thing on my list. If you're here right now, even if you're not here right now, if you were here at the beginning and then you left, or if you're here right now, or if you're coming here after the fact, after this is not live anymore, if you're here now and you give a shit, I just want to say, man, that I took a month off since releasing my last music video. Every single day that went by, I was more and more terrified that people are forgetting about me and people don't care about me anymore. It's been 3 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since I dropped the video. It's been 3 weeks since I dropped the video. It's been a month since I dropped the video. I'm fading away. People are not going to give a shit about me anymore. Blah, 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 blah. These are the thoughts that run through an artist's head when they're not releasing music. So it's been a month since I dropped something. I can't tell you how thankful I am to be able to come back after a month of keeping to myself and being quiet and still having all you guys here and being excited and enthusiastic and supporting me and loving me and saying really kind things in the comments and sending me amazing messages and just being excited with me for the video that's going to drop on Friday. I can't tell you how much that means. It really does mean more than the world to me. Thank you. I love you guys so much. As an independent artist, I don't really have much. I don't really have a stake in this music game. All I really have is you guys and my girlfriend. And, you know, since we've been stuck in quarantine, I've been spending a lot of time online talking to you guys and replying to your comments and doing these live streams and reading your messages and stuff. And it's weird, but I haven't seen any of my closest friends in almost a year now because of everything that's been going on in the world. I've been seeing you guys and talking to you guys more than I've been talking to anybody or seeing anybody else. So there's a weird part of me that feels like all you guys and the reactors that I watch every day, you guys are like my best friends now. You guys are my connection with the outside world. And I can't wait to come see you in person and shake your hands and give you hugs and hear your stories and perform for you and all that. But for now, you guys have really been my lifeline. I just want you guys to know that I love you and appreciate you so much. I'm so glad that you're still here for me. I know it was only a month, but it felt like a fucking eternity in this head. There were some really dark days up here waiting for this moment to come where I have a new video dropping on Friday. So I just want to say, I love you guys, and I appreciate you being patient with me. I appreciate you, you know, I feel like I've been driving down this road by myself for so fucking long, and now I just feel like I filled up the passenger seat, I filled up the back seat, I crammed some people in the trunk, I got people strapped to the hood of the car, and we're driving down this fucking crazy highway together, and now there's so many people that it feels like there's like a fucking 30 cars behind us, and we're all driving down this fucking highway together on some Mad Max shit. And thank you guys for riding with me, man. It really does mean the world. So yeah, that was really important to say that. I talked a lot of shit at the beginning of this live stream, and sometimes the haters and negativity and that shit just takes over, and it becomes a really prominent thing in your life. And what's most important is to remember that those people are what's least important, and it's you guys and the people who love me and support and who I love and support. You're the most important ones. Maybe I shouldn't be giving so much attention to the people talking shit. I should pay more attention to the people showing love. So, you know, that's a really difficult balance to keep. When you're a human being, it's just part of human nature to focus on the bad shit sometimes. So allow me to just take 5 seconds and focus on the positivity and just let you guys know that I love you and appreciate you.